Welcome to an American Homestead, podcasting live from deep within the Ozark Mountains at an elevation of 2,200 feet. It's 9 Eastern, 8 Central, in the middle of a runoff election night, and it's good to be back. We got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Got a lot of new stuff to talk about, and we're going to have a meme review. We haven't done one of those in a while, and I have a new way for you guys to send in your memes if you want to do that. So it's going to be memes at anamericanhomestead.com. Memes at anamericanhomestead.com. You can send in your memes and we'll review them. And I don't review them, someone else does. That way I want to be able to laugh at them for the first time when I see them. That way you get the full reaction. So we're going to go ahead and put up an email address, memes at anamericanhomestead.com. Send in your memes. You find memes. If you're still managing to brave Facebook and Instagram and all those places where they spy on you literally by activating your camera and all your personal information, then by all means, send me the memes that you see on there if they're any good. And, we'll see what they do. So tonight we're going to be doing a meme review. We are doing a runoff election, and it's funny it strikes me funny that because leading up to this election, in Georgia, you had millions, I don't know, was it at least 2 million. I think it was 2 million. I know it was over 1 million. But it was over 1 million. Over 1 million mail-in ballots requested. Over 1 million. And that to me just like fraud city, folks. Fraud city. You have to have a driver's license to buy a gun. You have to have a driver's license to drive a car. Or you have to have a photo ID to do all sorts of things today here in America. You want to buy a drink at your local pub. You have to have a photo ID that gives your age. It shows the person who you're buying it from who you are. And now they're talking about a vaccine passport that shows, there's an identification that you have, before you're allowed to travel or buy or sell. We've gone down that road before. You have to show you're going to have to show some sort of identification that you have had this vaccine. They want to know who you are. And, they want to know certain things about you. But if you're going to vote for your Congress critters who go there and they make laws that regulate how we all live, we don't even care. Nothing is necessary. You don't need anything. In fact, it's better if you don't tell us who you are. Oh, my goodness. How is this possible? How is this possible? We can live in a country where everything is so stupid now that it's like, you need a license to drive. You need a photo ID for this, a photo ID for that. But voting, we don't need it. We don't need a photo ID. That's just crazy. We wouldn't even dream of knowing who you are, or what you are, or where you live, or how many times you voted, or even if you're alive, for crying out loud. So anyway, this is what's going on right now. As it is right now, I just looked before starting the show, and yes, it seems that both the Democrats are winning the runoff in Georgia. And, I was not surprised when I saw this. I'm like, oh, man, seriously? Really? But, with everything that has been going on, here's the deal. They have to cheat this time. Because they cheated. Suitcases being pulled out from under a table, on video, throwing ballots through the machines up to 5 times on video. The same ballots 5 times through the same machine on video. It's on video. The suitcases thing under the tables on video. And it's like, oh, there's no sign of any type of fraud at all here. They have to cheat this time because if they don't win this time, obviously the last election was a fraud. So they're going to cheat this time. They may try to be more careful about it. But, it is what it is. They've requested all these millions of ballots. The Dominion voting machines are obviously rigged, and they're not allowing anyone to inspect them. Meanwhile, you have millions of people descending on Washington, D.C. And let me tell you, folks, they are armed. They are armed. I don't need to tell you where this could lead. But people they have had it up to here. They have just had it up to here. They're done. And it's not going to take much. It's not going to take much. I really love history. I'm a student of history. One of my favorite channels on all of YouTube is the history guy. Is anybody out there in the chat room subscribed to the history guy? I love his channel. He's got, I don't know, he's got like 500,000 subscribers or something like that. He might be close to 1 million now. I don't know. I haven't checked lately, but what I like to do is I like to binge watch his stuff. I let it go for maybe a few months, and then I go back through and I just binge watch it, one day when I'm doing dishes or something. And so anyway, I love the history guy. There's a lot of history channels out there that I like, but I really like him. I like his personality. And Tim was the one who turned me on to him and his channel because he likes that stuff too. And you look at this stuff throughout history. This is a tinderbox, and you can look back throughout times in history where tinderboxes have ignited in certain countries and for certain reasons, and we have all of the makings, all of them, for another civil war in this country. It's just the history behind this is right in your face of what we're looking at, and it's scary times. I cannot believe that this is actually happening. So anyway, all that to say, let's see. What do I want to do first? I was looking at, let's go ahead and take a look at the results we have right now. And I'll share my screen here. Let's go ahead and do a screen share. I'll come back to the chat room a little bit later, guys, so stick around. We'll do chat a little bit later, and we'll do some questions, and I'll give you guys a chance to be on here as well. So let me go share my screen. So there we go. Senate majority hangs in the balance as Georgia count runoff votes. With more than 50% of the vote counted, the Democrats are leading both contests. Let me just go ahead and refresh that to make sure. We got the latest totals. Okay. Oh, it's 50-50 now. It's evened up a little bit. So that's cool. Warnock. There's no way this guy can win. The guy, I mean, his ex-wife came out and said he basically beats me. He basically beats me. And she's not a Republican. It's funny. I don't know how that could. So that guy, he's a complete scumbag. I mean, all of the churches are so angry at him for his stance on abortion. But yeah. So right now, Warnock is leading that. Ossoff or Ossoff, whatever his name is barely leading Purdue. That's where we stand right now. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, the age of mistrust. There's no way you can trust anything coming out of here now. What happens if you click on this? Nothing really. Just a bunch of words. Okay, let's go back. All right, so we'll keep an eye on that as we go throughout the evening and check out stuff, and we'll just, talk it back and forth. Looking at some of the comments over here I love this website. It's a news aggregator, Citizen Free Press, kind of like Drudge. Drudge has gone so far left. It's not even funny. It says, new court filing in Don Lemon's. Let's see, where was he at? Oh, this one here. Mitt Romney heckled during flight to D.C. Patriots chant traitor, traitor. Oh, I would have loved to have been there. Man, I would have loved to have been there. I can't imagine he wins another term. I cannot imagine if he wins another. I don't see how that can happen. But, stranger things do happen sometimes. What else we got here? Oh, Dr. Dre's in the hospital. I saw that with an aneurysm in the ICU. Wild exchange in Pennsylvania Senate. I guess they weren't letting a Democrat take his seat. I'm not sure. Terrio banned from D.C. court documents. So I guess they are not charging him. They're just kicking him out of the city. This is the Proud Boys guy. It's funny, So Antifa can burn American flags, but this guy burns a BLM banner, and he gets thrown in jail and kicked out of the city. But if you want to burn American flags, hey, that's totally fine. But don't you dare burn a BLM banner. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, 2 felony counts of weapons possession. So he was caught with 2 30-round magazines. I believe they were 5.56. 2 30-round mags, and yeah, so that's a felony there. It's not even the gun. All it is the magazine, and that's a felony there. I can't imagine that would hold up in court. I'm sure he'll have quite a big, court battle with that. Yeah, interesting. I mean, that's why I said, you look at this, and they are. Where's the Liberty Daily? I think it's over here. Yeah, so you can see. Let me zoom in there. Look at the crowd in D.C. And folks, man, lots of those people are armed. And they're armed in our nation's capital right now. Why? That guy had those two 30-round magazines. You better believe that there's an AR for those magazines somewhere in that crowd. Okay, let's move on over to, let's start our meme review tonight. Let's go ahead and check in with the chat first and see what's cooking over there. Head back over to live streaming. Okay, saw that video. So funny. The red horse is coming. Yeah, I don't know, man. Zach played this 1-minute video. I'm not gonna click on anything. Sorry, buddy. I don't trust you. I don't know you. I don't trust you. That's dangerous. Clicking on stuff on a live stream. No. I have everything ready to go. I'm a subscriber to the History Guy, South Carolina here. Yeah, unfortunately, Lindsey Graham got voted back in. We have a lot of yeah, Lindsey Grahamnesty, as Rush Limbaugh calls him. Pence has unfortunately proven I'm not going to read that, but we'll see. Have to see. We'll see what happens tomorrow. It's all going to be what happens tomorrow. You should look at all the means of a man, a woman. I know. I've seen a lot of them. We'll have some of them tonight. We'll have a few of them tonight. I want smoked salt. Yes, Hugo Escobar. It's on my list of things to do. I've got some other things I need to do. I may be going up on Thursday to pick up a ram. I don't know yet. But I may be going up pick up a ram on Thursday. I have to go to Oklahoma. I found one. I need to get. There's a lot of things I need to do. I need to work on the garden. I got some garden work to do. But smoked salt is on the list. And I had a friend of mine, Roy. He came out to butcher one of our rams, and he sent me a big container of peppercorns, black peppercorns. And I'm going to smoke those as well. He was telling me that there are people out there who smoke black pepper. I'm going to grind it up and I'm going to smoke it. And he says it's amazing. So I believe him. I'm going to go ahead and do that as well with the salt. So I think that'll be fantastic. The picture you just showed was from a different rally. It's cloudy, dreary in D.C. today. I don't know if it's not. I've seen that exact picture on multiple places today. Just today, and like in the last couple hours, I've seen it posted on multiple websites. So I don't know if it's not, it is or not. I'm not sure. So Proud Boys posted the mags was fake news. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into our meme review tonight. And I have not seen all of these. I've seen a few of them, just a few. I have not seen all these, so that way you get my reaction. I mean, if it's really funny, see, the rule is normally when I pick these memes, they have to make me laugh out loud. I have to actually laugh out loud. If it doesn't make me laugh out loud, I don't include it. But then when I show it to you, I've already seen it once, and so it's a little more subdued, right? So we'll see how this works. I'm going to be getting these memes in. If you want to send me a meme that you find that's funny, it has to try to find one that makes you actually laugh out loud. And then send it to memes@anamericanhomestead.com. At that point, they'll be screened by someone else. And then once, because I don't want anything I don't want anything raunchy or perverted to get in. And then because those things will just be eliminated. But if it's passes muster, then we will include it in the show for next time. So memes@anamericanhomestead.com is where you want to go. Let's go ahead and jump on over to our memes. Make sure, okay. Here we go. Okay. New polls say Republican senators in Georgia have big leads in runoff election. The Democrats in Georgia say we have an app for that. That does make me laugh out loud. That does make me laugh out loud. That was a good one. Okay. U.S. democracy. You carry the fate of us all, little one. Georgia. Yeah. Not really make me laugh out loud, but, true nonetheless, for sure. Well, it's election day. Again, that is funny. I've seen all kinds of variations of this meme. It's always funny because it's one of my favorite movies. That's a funny movie. Come on, you got to admit that's a funny movie. Okay, now I got to take a sip of the wine. Okay, so just so you didn't know, I'm drinking a glass of Cabernet Sauvignon tonight. Cheap. It's box wine, so it's nothing special. But I figured, I was thinking about a hot tea. I'm like, no, it's a Cab Sav night. It's an election night. You got to have a glass of wine. Keep your sanity, hopefully. Now, this one's kind of slow. Oh, yeah, the world in Nevada. So here's the deal on this one. Nevada's was taking forever to get their votes counted. They were even taking days off while everyone else was waiting for them to get their votes counted. That was kind of funny. I think I had seen this one before. I think this was this after? Was I still on Facebook? I think I quit Facebook before the election or after. I'm not sure. Anyway, I had seen this one before, but yeah, Nevada was taking forever. You all know that kid. I think I've seen it. Wasn't that in a movie or something? America, Nevada. How's the vote counting? Nevada, just a minute. That's pretty good. Nevada after counting 5 votes in an hour. Yeah, they were taking forever. Trump and Biden fighting over Nevada. Nevada too afraid to tell them that Kanye actually won. I saw this meme. I saw this meme before, so this is something I've seen before. Internet Explorer, Nevada ballot counting in the U.S. election. Microsoft. Yep, he voted. He's been there. Congratulations, Epstein. Oop, that was for my video today I just put up. Sorry, that got in there. I didn't kill myself. Changed my mind. I saw that. That was funny. I put this one in there. This wasn't included with the original batch that I had. So I thought that was pretty cool. And whoever did that really pretty good job of photoshopping him in there. Okay. Madagascar. Sadagaskar. Adagaskar. That's not really a politic one. But yeah, I get it. Okay. Has anyone tried unplugging the United States and plugging it back in? I think I'd seen this one too. This is a pretty good one. That was pretty good. So are we Republicans supposed to riot tomorrow? I'm new at this. Who's bringing the rocks and bricks? What are we looting? I like Bed Bath & Beyond. Any place that sells wine. Exactly. Are we burning cars or just busting windows? I think we need lists. An organizer. What about snacks? Can I bring a cheese tray? What's the dress code? Business casual or Jesse Western? I have so many questions. I'm thinking tactical, BDUs, probably what you'd want, LBE. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. MREs, something that you can use, you can heat up with hot water. Add water, Mountain House. That's it, Mountain House. You want Mountain House. But yeah, the wine would be great. The wine, yeah. Wait, places that sell wine. Can we do wine stores? I feel bad for, see, that's the thing about conservatives would never do this to business owners. You would never do this to business owners. Some of the corporate guys, yeah, we do that. But see, the corporate guys don't sell good wine. All they sell is that cheap garbage that the Winking Owl or Yellowtail or $2 Chuck. I mean, come on. I mean, we can go to those places, but I'm not drinking the wine. Okay, Parler equals new Twitter. MeWe, new Facebook. Rumble, new YouTube. DuckDuckGo, new Google search. Brave, secure search engine. Telegram, secure uncensored messaging. Newsmax, new Fox News. Actually, you know what? I have watched Newsmax now for the last couple weeks, and I just am not on board with them. Some of their commentators, I mean, at first they were like, oh, yeah. And there's a few commentators there that are just like Fox News who are like, pretty staunch conservative, very right-leaning. But a lot of them aren't. I get little, my radar is on full sensitive mode right now, right? And my radar just goes off. So what I like watching is OAN News, and there's another one called TDN News. I think it's NTD or something, or TDN or something like that. And OAN and TDN or whatever it's called. I like those two. Those are really good. But Newsmax, I'm not going to stick with them. I'm not in it. Try OAN, guys. I like OAN, and I like that TDN. That's been pretty good. And they put a lot more news on YouTube than these other guys do. Remember Steve Harvey crowning the wrong princess? Well, get ready for that again. No kidding. Yeah, I hope not. I mean, who knows what's going to happen tomorrow? But if it comes out that there was lots of voting irregularities tonight, and the people rise up and they go nuts because of it, Congress better pay attention. If they want to get out of that town alive, they better pay attention, because I'm telling you, you look at history and the torches and pitchforks are out. They are out. I can't believe the Hispanics cost us Florida. Well, you were peddling socialism to Cubans, so no kidding. That's so true. You can't try to sell socialism to Cubans. I mean, that's the whole point they left Cuba. I mean, you're going to leave a tropical paradise that makes really good cigars, and really good rum? There's no way. They're not leaving that unless you're going to, put them in a socialist camp, and that's where they're at, and they're leaving that. They're leaving an amazing tropical paradise island with good cigars and good rum because they want freedom, Okay. So now cocaine is legal in Oregon, but straws aren't. That must be frustrating. Okay, that was good. That was funny. That made me laugh. So now cocaine is legal in Oregon, but straws. Oh man. Okay, hold it together. That was a good one. That's funny. Okay, next. Thanksgiving 2020. We know you bought a 20 turkey that feeds 12 to 15. Yeah, I know. I saw this one too. What was the guy? There was a governor. A lot of times I see this picture with a governor who's, got a SWAT team getting ready to knock down the door. I forgot what it was. It was New Jersey governor or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, I've seen this one before. It's pretty good. It probably made me laugh the first time. Okay, the left, the right, me knowing neither side will actually do anything to fix our problems. So we might as well find a good fishing hole and watch it all burn down. That's probably true. I mean, that's what I'm doing. Find a hole and crawl down in it. And, I'm not about to get all crazy and go to Washington. I mean, here's the deal. If I didn't have children, I'd probably go to Washington, D.C. and show up there. Yeah, I probably would because I'm just that guy. But I got kids, and I don't really want to, I got responsibilities. And empires rise and fall. The best thing I think I can do is find a place to hold up. And I know there's good patriots out there, and if they come down my driveway, well, then, yeah, I'm all in it. But I prefer to be the patriot as long as I can, stay at home and raise my family, keep and stay safe. Economic collapse, USA, new strain, foreign cyber hackers. Oh, yeah, okay, I get it now. I'm like, what is this going on? Oh, $600. $600 is going to make it all better. Yeah, economic collapse, new strain, and Congress sends us $600. Oh, that'll hold him. That'll hold him back. Yeah, I get it. That's pretty funny. It took me a while to get it, but it took me a while to get it. I did. Now, see, this has got math in it. Is that right? I did my research. So, is this some kind of math problem? I did my research. I watched someone else's half-baked YouTube video. Okay. No, I'm thinking, this is like my to the second power or something. What is this? Okay. Because, when you start throwing numbers at me, I start getting itchy because I'm not very, I hate math. I did someone else's half-baked YouTube video. See, that's not very funny because I'm on YouTube and people will say that about me. And, I do my research. I watch other people's YouTube videos. That's pretty funny. No, I really do my research. I know how to read, unlike most people today. But, yeah, I get it. Here's your third stimulus check. One free cone at McDonald's. I haven't had. When's the last time I had a cone at McDonald's? Man, do they even? I wonder if the ice cream has got any milk product whatsoever in it. It's probably just soy. Who knows? If there's another civil war, I'll be Antifa, Snowflakes, and BLM against ex-military country boys. It'll be Antifa, Snowflakes, and BLM against ex-military country boys, hunters, bikers, and that'll be an hour we'll never get back. I've seen this one before too. It's pretty good, and it's true. It's true, man. It's true. And I mean, I've seen some of these guys. I've seen some of these liberals on YouTube, and I in the comment section, I say, hey, man, guys, you don't understand where we're heading, and they're like, oh, you Trump supporters. You always say stuff. You will never do anything. Go back home to your basement. I'm like, you have no idea. I mean, being a lobbyist for the gun culture, I would say volunteer lobbyist. Being a volunteer lobbyist for the gun culture in Missouri and being on the board of directors for a number of gun organizations, including NRA affiliates, there are people out there just itching. They're itching, waiting for this to kick off, and they are ready. Okay, Smokey's brother Gunny wants to remind you that only you can prevent communism. Yep. When I first downloaded these, I saw that top thing Gunny, and I thought it was going to be. I didn't know it was going to be Smokey Bear. I thought it may be like R. Lee Ermey from Full Metal Jacket. But yeah, okay. Why don't you trust your government, veterans? We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. That's pretty true. Most veterans are, vote conservative. If you think I'm crazy now, just wait till you go through womenopause. Or womenopause. Womenopause. That's how you probably pronounce it. Womenopause. I did a video today, and I was like, yeah, I'm in my mid-40s. I might be going through womenopause myself pretty soon. I mean, why should women get all of the benefit of going through menopause, or why should they have to suffer by themselves going through menopause? Men should be going through womenopause, to keep it, fair and all. So, just saying. A man, a woman. Amen, a woman. That's funny. There's some good memes out there, and they're only going to get better. It's going to age like a fine wine. Okay, people, coronavirus vaccine is here. We can now plan for some trips. COVID-20. Yeah, the vaccine. That's why the vaccine's here, and all of a sudden, there's a new strain out there. There's a new strain. You can't go anywhere. No, we got to lock down. We got to keep the mask on forever. You have to stay home. I'm not kidding you, people estimating out there, we're going to be on lockdown till 2022, 2023. And I don't think the people are going to put up with this. I think if this doesn't end in the next 3 or 4 months, I think people are going to seriously start burning down their cities. And I think there will be political lynchings. And I'm talking the nasty, really, the deadly kind. I think people have had it up to here with it. But we shall see. RV bomber. Oh, we found him. Here he is. Epstein's black book, Hunter's laptop, Ukraine, pray for play, Hillary's emails. Yep. This is the FBI today. The FBI just needs to be completely shut down and overtaken and just start it over. Wipe everything out of there and hire again. Hire brand new. They caught that RV bomber. They knew that RV bomber within like 48 hours. They knew who it was. But this stuff, I have no idea. I don't even know what you're talking about. Hillary's emails, Hunter's laptop. What's that? It's insane. Our law enforcement, everything's corrupt. Biden promises nationwide mask mandate and woman date. I saw that posted by the Babylon Bee today. I was like, I got to grab that for tonight. Yep, that's the end of it, though, folks. The mandate and woman date. Get ready. Okay, moving back over to the chat. Where are we at in the chat? You betcha. I'm not ready. I need bulk grains. Didn't you get the co-op order, Brittany? I got the co-op email. I don't need anything this month, but I saw the co-op email come out. Menopause. Cleaver's a Methodist minister that explains his disrespect. Yeah, I know. I saw him. My father-in-law Tim came in and he told me that he was on Fox News trying to explain away or something. He's a Methodist minister or whatever. But yeah, when repubs lose, Americans gain 2,000. Yeah, but all it's going to do is cause more mass inflation. I mean, we're going to get tons of money, guys. If you get that money, if you can, unless you seriously need it, and a lot of people really do need that money, but if you can, I would take any stimulus you get and I would invest it into hard assets, some sort of hard assets, because that's all funny money. If you still have a job and you're getting by, I would continue to get by, take that stimulus money and invest it into hard assets or pay off debt. But see, I wouldn't even pay off debt at this point. If we're headed towards massive inflation, it's going to inflate away. I would take that money and put it into hard assets so that when everything else inflates away, you have something hard asset that's really hold the buying power of that money. Because nothing is going to hold buying power. Nothing paper is going to hold its buying power at this point. It's gone. And there's lots of things: gold, silver, Bitcoin, bullets, beans, Band-Aids, things like that. Something that's going to hold you're looking at the Bitcoin is going to probably hit 40,000 before the end of the week. $40,000 Bitcoin by the end of the week. It's like doubled its all-time high. And that's because of inflation. You have massive amounts of inflation hitting the market, and that is being sunk into Bitcoin, not by regular people, but by institutions. You have BlackRock, Grayscale, all these banks, these major institutions, and they know that the inflation is coming, and they are sinking millions upon millions upon millions of dollars into Bitcoin because they know it's a safe asset. It cannot be manipulated. It cannot be taken away. It cannot be confiscated. It can't be printed into oblivion. It's a hard asset. And the money, the reason it's going up right now is because all these institutions are putting their money into it. Not individual people, even though that's happening too. But all that stuff, gold, silver, Bitcoin, beans, bullets, Band-Aids, I wouldn't even worry about debt right now. I wouldn't worry about debt. It's going to inflate itself away. That is the one good thing about inflation is if you hold hard assets, if you have massive amounts of debt during an inflation, all that debt gets inflated away. Because if you owe $100,000 on a house, and now all of a sudden it's $100,000 to buy a carton of eggs, duh, your house is paid off. You don't need it's gone, and the banks are going to collapse anyway. At that point the banks have collapsed when you've reached that point, and so. Unbelievable. Absolute insanity is what's happening here. Yeah, physical things. You gotta have physical things right now. 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Tesla. I don't know. I would never buy a Tesla. That's insane. You got a company, Tesla, that makes what, a couple 100,000 cars a year? Meanwhile, it's valued at just as much as all the other major car companies combined, who produce millions of cars a year. That's insane. It's overvalued. It's insane. Tesla, if you own Tesla, learn how to brew your own beer. Listening from Australia. Hello, all. My next fiat dump is silver and gold. Yeah. Hey, once in a blue moon, I want some, mini cattle. Livestock, that's a good thing too, man. Put food on the hoof. Buy land for sure. You can buy land. I'm kind of wondering about that too. It's like, if we're heading for some sort of monetary collapse or something like that, then I just think that real estate prices are going to just tank. And you're gonna, because right now I think prices are over. I think prices are too high. And so if all of a sudden you have all these people who are in major debt or in major economic problems, and they get behind on their mortgages, you're gonna have all of this debt or all this property flood the market, and prices are gonna tank. But if you have hard assets saved by, you can buy some. Remember the story I told you in the last video live stream about the bellboy from the Weimar Republic, who took that $20 gold piece and he bought the entire hotel. That it was a tip from American Business Traveler, and he used that to buy the hotel that he worked for. A Tesla car would be free energy. I would not put. There's no way I would buy a Tesla. No, not in a million years. I'll buy me a nice pickup, but not at these prices. They're way overvalued. Yeah, all of it's going up. Right now, silver is near $27, $28. Yeah. Are you live? Yes, we're live. Welcome. We're live. Welcome to the live show. Live podcast. Yeah, I know. That's what I think about real estate as well. I'm just waiting. Yeah, it's hard. It's reported that the Proud Boys won't wear their distinctive clothes tomorrow. Why do you think they're trying to blend in? Because they don't want to be targets. That's the thing, they're just being. There are people in that group, and everyone says they're racist. There's racist everywhere. They're not racist. I think that there are people out there who in that group who've been in the military. They know how to tactically conduct themselves, and so you don't go into a place like Washington D.C. and put a label on when you know that everyone in that city who lives in that city hates your guts. Republicans are ahead in Georgia. All right, let's go back to screen share and check out Politico. All righty. David Perdue is now winning. Loeffler is winning. Oh, man. The only way this happens is if the GOP is like watching these returns like a hawk, and they're making sure everything is counted the way it's supposed to be counted. That's the only way. Man. It's going to be interesting to watch. So this was something I saw too here. It says Project Veritas video. The majority of the people we serve don't have an address, so we allow them to use our address if they register to vote and to get a Georgia state ID. So the whole thing about this voting thing was people were coming in. They wanted to they're registering Democrats to vote, and they're allowing people to come in from out of state for a short amount of time, and they're giving them a commercial address where nothing is at, and using that for their new ID so that they can vote. This one here. So I can't even begin to tell you how many people that have the address on their ID. We've never run into any problem with that until this election. One of our board members got wind that they thought we were doing things on not on the up and up because so many have the address. We've not heard of any repercussion from it since. Lots of crooked stuff going on. Lots of crooked stuff. That's another thing too. Like let these Republicans be way up in front and then have it be reversed. That'll be something. This is another site I like. This is the Liberty Daily. It's a news aggregator. However, if you use Chrome, there's all kinds of ads in here, and these aren't the ads; these are just their ads. But they put all kinds of other ads. So I always use the Brave browser to view the Liberty Daily. Georgia, Dominion voting machines in 3 of the largest Republican districts are down. NBC News security show up looking like Antifa during D.C. MAGA rally. Stashes of bricks and propane tanks surfaced near Freedom Plaza. Georgia exit poll. 3 in 4 GOP voters say presidential election was unfair. Lieutenant General Tom McInerney. If Pence Congress do not correct the election on January 6th, President Trump must act. I mean, there's nothing he can do at that point. I mean, maybe declare martial law, but at that point, I don't know. Stacey Abrams brags how she was able to eviscerate one of the checks on ballots in Georgia. Yeah, go ahead and brag about it. California's 55 electoral votes for Biden suddenly targeted in brand new action. What? What's that about? I'm not going to click on it here. Anyway, really interesting stuff going on for sure. Let's go back over here to Citizen Free Press Live Georgia. Let's see what their Georgia results here. Over at Breitbart. Gotta click all these ads off here. It's not live results, so maybe it's on the front page. This one's saying Ossoff is ahead, Warnock is ahead. So is it back? Huh. We're just going to have to watch it. It's still saying Purdue is ahead. All right, back to the chat. 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 Nashville bomb screwed machines up. Yeah, it's amazing how many still believe in false paradigm of left versus right. You know what? I don't believe in the false paradigm. I know there's left versus right, but see, the left and right you're talking about is Joe Biden and Mitt Romney. That's the left and right you're talking about. Okay? Yeah, I don't believe in that paradigm. But I'm sorry, I just don't believe that Trump belongs in that paradigm. I don't believe that. You know, maybe I'm wrong, and some of you, I'm sure, think I'm absolutely wrong thinking that. But the paradigm you're talking about is the Romney-McCain right versus the Biden and, Clinton left. That's what you're talking about. Okay, just my opinion. Just my opinion. It depends on who is controlling the narrative. Stupid as stupid does. I don't know. The demon rats stealing the election. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah. All right, folks. We're not gonna make it a long night. I'm gonna turn this off and we're gonna watch it together and we'll see what it looks like in the morning. And who knows? Who knows how it'll all turn out? I just don't know. So, all right, guys. Take care. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit the like button before you go. Please hit the like button right now. Right now. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. It really helps YouTube know that there are people who enjoy this channel. So I really appreciate when you do that. And leave a comment below. Always leave a comment. If you're just listening here, say hey in the chat. Say hello. Helps with the algorithm. All right, guys. Have a good night, and we'll see what America looks like in the morning. See you next time in the Homestead. Bye.